When Rudnik moved into his new boarding home, we were a little unsure of how the introduction with the rest of the herd was going to go. Introducing a new horse can always be a bit of a nerve-wracking process because you really never know how the new horses are going to react to the new herd member. Sometimes it really isn't pretty, but then again, even herds who have been together for years can still have their issues. Everyone was pretty eager to meet the new boy, so they all kind of surrounded him.
He's probably going to test out his perimeter first.
They're all very curious, and not one of them is showing any signs of hostile body language, or any desire to start a fight. Rudnik's introduction actually went quite smoothly, and I was happy to see that no one seemed to be too worked up over the new herd member.
It's a pretty relaxed meeting, actually. Just figuring each other out.
And clearly he's not too upset, as he prances away with his tail held high, showing off for his new herd mates. And it was just recently that one of the other boys has just been introduced to the herd as well, so thankfully this herd is used to new faces.
It's pretty chill.
But Rudnik just took his time exploring the lay of the land while the herd followed him around curiously, getting a feel for him and taking in his new scent. Rudnik actually seemed to pretty quickly make a buddy with the biggest boy in the herd as they shared a patch of grass together. Doing this can show that they feel comfortable around each other and don't mean each other any harm.
Rudnik's like, befriend the big one. Be smart.
Now the following bit, many have taken as Rudnik being beat up, bossed around by the other horses. But this is when you really need to pay attention to their body language. Everyone is remaining calm, there's no running or charging at each other or anything that would indicate high stress levels. Their ears are turned forward, showing that they're curious, while their necks are down and relaxed. Signs of aggression would be ears flat against their head with a high arched neck.
Ooh!
When the other horses get too close for comfort, Rudnik lets them know to back off a bit. He does this by giving a high-pitched screech and a warning kick.
Good boy.
I love how they're just standing there watching him.
The herd then responds by giving him the space he's asking for and allowing him to continue exploring the area. Doing this, he's taking in all the new scents from the new horses. And when he's ready, he wanders back to the herd to check them out again. However, you can see here the one boy doesn't like that Rudnik approaches them so quickly. He then gives a harmless warning to stay back a bit and not get too close to his herd. There's no real hostility and stress is still very low, which you can see in their body language. They're all walking calmly, no one is charging or running at each other to chase them off. You can see that the bay is circling the herd, keeping himself between his herd and Rudnik and turning his butt slightly to give Rudnik a warning to just stay back for now. The bay is doing what a lead stallion would do in the wild and protecting his herd until he knows the new guy isn't going to be a threat or cause harm.
What are you doing, buddy? You got some new friends.
Everyone's just trying to get a feel for each other, and no one is being mean. They're simply protecting themselves and each other.
You're pretty chill right now.
Rudnik observes the herd, watching how they interact and behave with each other. This can help him figure out how and where he'll fit in. Another way horses get familiar with each other is through smelling the other horse's manure. Each horse can have their own scent, which can be identified in their poop. As he approaches the herd, he stops and waits, allowing the other horses to come to him. This shows them that he doesn't mean them harm and wants to be friends. But as another horse approaches, you can see that the bay becomes protective. Most likely, the bay has bonded with the paint and feels he needs to protect him from Rudnik. While he does go at Rudnik, he doesn't make contact and screeches, which gives Rudnik a warning to get back. But you can see as soon as Rudnik backs off, the bay leaves him alone. If this was a situation where the bay was attacking, he wouldn't have backed off as soon as Rudnik gave them space. He would have continued to go at him and chase him away.
You got new friends.
Because the paint has also recently been added to the herd, it could be that the bay has already bonded with him and feels an extra need to protect him. When horses bond with another horse, it's usually for life, and these friendships can be quite close and they can become very protective of each other. Because there was no hostility showed towards Rudnik when it came to approaching the other horses, it makes it very clear that the bay and paint have become a bonded pair. But as Rudnik explores the land, they give each other space. It may not look like it, but this was honestly the best case scenario. No one got hurt and everybody is respecting each other's space, while getting to know each other at the same time.